And so you're like, well, Christmas isn't exactly the way that they paint it in the movies, right? You go to a Christmas movie and everybody is happy at the end. But the truth is that, like, let's think about the first Christmas. The first Christmas isn't much better. Like, when we think about the first Christmas, what do we think about? We think about magical, wonderful, awesome, Jesus coming down, Mary, oh, she's just like this saint. But we forget that there's all kinds of things that were going wrong in Mary's life. Like, think about it. Mary was probably 12 years old. When you're 12, 14 years old and you're not married and you're pregnant, guess what all the religious people want to do to you? They want to kill you. So Mary quite possibly could have been killed whenever she comes out and says, yes, I'm pregnant, and God came to me in a dream, showed me an angel. An angel came and he said, you're going to have the Savior of the world. I don't know if you've ever thought about this, but Mary's life was not Instagram worthy. And to top things off, they go into this other place and they go to have the baby. And where does she end up? By the manger. She doesn't even have a place to put her baby. How do you think Mary felt that night? How would you feel? Terrified? Maybe alone? Family wasn't there. In pain? Uncomfortable? And what does God say? What does God do? God goes to these shepherds and he says, I'm doing something great. And he causes shepherds to go to Mary, and what do? They assure her that God is with her. They say, look, everything that God has told you about this baby is true because he just told us by angels. So Mary being alone, Mary being in pain, Mary not knowing what the future holds, Mary not really being in the situation that she had probably hoped to be in, now knows and realizes and feels that God is with her. God is constantly reminding us that he is with us, no matter what's going on, no matter how we feel, no matter how alone we feel, no matter how many things are going on that are wrong in our lives. But the point is, like, she's sitting there, her circumstances didn't change, but God reassured her that he was with her. So whatever you're going through or whatever you end up going through, God is with you. And so sometimes I think that that's exactly what Christmas is all about, right? Jesus is coming down to say, hey, you can't make it on your own. The things that you think you can walk through, you can't, but God is with you. And here he is. He's with you enough to die for you on a cross. And so what would happen if we actually walked as if we understood that God was with us in the middle of all of the problems that come our way? How would our Christmas change? Whenever Christmas isn't what we think it is, but we know that God is with us despite all of the junk that's happening, how would that change? I think a lot of things would change. It would be a whole lot easier to live through Christmas if you knew that God was with you. And that's what God is doing to Mary right there. He's telling her, I'm with you, and you can celebrate even despite your circumstances.